active.
Okay, you can go into sharpshooter mode and start shooting this red arrow. Please anchor up by keeping it range 2.5 kilometers. Prop modes off. Yeah, sharpshooter. That's what I said.
Prop mods off, yeah?
Yeah.
Can someone post in fleet which system we're in? I've had a power cut. I'm in Panicus.
You're in the Taurus.
And all my settings have gone.
Yeah, it's not going to die, so you don't need having a hold on.
Guys at the back, remember catch up?
Yeah, if you are trailing behind, you can go proper down one cycle and catch up.
Should we take damage boosting drugs?
Now, in case we don't get a fight, you don't need to waste your precious drugs. We're gonna hit the cap damage anyway. We have like 8 ejectos. If you have T1 Bastion ammo, you also can load them and shoot with Bastion ammo instead of Faction or T2. Okay, my purchase, guys. Don't forget to flag exempt from fleet warp, okay?
How do you actually do that?
You click in the hamburger menu in fleet window, and then you press flag exempt from fleet warp.
FC, you are not in sharpshooter mode, so people will fall behind all the time.
That's a good call, yeah, thank you.
I was wondering how long it'd take until someone realised that.
Realize what now? Just figure it out.
That everyone was slower than the FC.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys.
Don't bump the FC.
Whoever tonight's opposition is, they're taking a bloody long time to form.
Or they just don't care about the shield timer.
That too. You think they'd send in a scout to check comp though, and haven't even done that.
They don't need to. We have spies in fleet.
Yeah, also looking at the station when all of us undocked would be a pretty much a dead ringer. God, I would have loved to have seen that bloomin' carnage of a couple of Horde dreads and a normal dread last night. God, that would have been funny. And then again, it's low sec, nothing to stop them just warping out.
Yeah, you got a whole point.
Yeah.
And the
Add
fact that there's
30.
only 4 members to this corporation, I don't think that's going to form for that.
Yeah, it's just an outcome.
A lot of Jackies are not firing, so
We were reloading. Check to make sure you are reloaded and firing, otherwise you might fail. The bad guy won't come and open the door if we don't knock on it hard enough.
FBI, open up.
Oh yeah, really not the greatest thing to say in this time of the yeah, in this time of friggin' the world, eh?
Oh, it's the best time. What are you saying?
I was going to say, maybe that makes it the absolute right time.
Yeah, maybe.
To be fair, though, as bad as the FBI is, at least they're not the ones on the news knocking people's teeth in.
Well, that doesn't make it on the news.
Oh, can we do not talk about the riots, please? Thank you. We're playing a game about internet spaceship, okay?
You're right. Thank you, FC.
Thank you, FC.
Yeah, about those kangaroos, see?
What I don't understand is, like, with Australia, we've still got all the isolation stuff going down. Why don't they just do, okay, every protester is going to stand 1.5 metres apart from one side of Sydney to the other. That would make a pretty obvious point. Down the freeways, down the motorways, across the roads, and watch the whole city come to a friggin' screaming halt.
What could work is if everyone just stands inside their house.
It sounds like effort. I like sitting.
That works.
Look at when Western Australia had a protest. All we did, they protested, they drove 900 trucks from one side of Perth to the other.
1 second.
3 miles an hour.
God forbid people use common sense.
My favorite is when the farmers in France want to protest. They drive their tractors into Paris and block everything.
It's fun to watch, isn't it? Probably not if you're a Parisian, but it's still fun to watch.
Yeah, I don't live in Paris, but it's hilarious.
Oh, did you see on the news there was an Aussie farmer a few years ago though. He was protesting some export tax on his land or some crap. Anyway, he drove up to the Parliament House with a B-double, 3 trailers, chock-a-block full with about 200 tons of cow shit. And he
I already knew where that was
all
going.
3 trailers on the steps of Parliament House. It took them a front-end load of the better part of a day to clean up the stinky mess.
Yeah, you can get it out of there, but the smell does not go away.
That's
The
a
smell does not
statement.
go away.
Yeah.
Apparently it took them heavy-duty pressure cleaners weeks to get rid of the smell.
Oh yeah, and God help you if it's in the middle of summer.
They did a similar thing in Holland with milk. Spoiled milk smells.
Oh,
Oh, shit. Yeah, you win. Oh, that's awesome.
that sounds like the. Oh, that video is funny. What is it? The prank of putting a fish inside somebody's door panel.
Oh man, I've seen it. Read a prank where you take powdered milk, then you disassemble your marked shower head, and you put the powdered milk in there. And when they shower,
sure.
they get it in their skin, and it rots.
Actually, sheep diet is better.
Yeah,
You
Yes.
basically
on the
smell
subject of
rotten
sheep.
milk for a week.
You're a farmer. One thing you wouldn't have a shortage of is sheep's blood.
Well, milk is fine. Try to use burnt eggshell. That would be more horrifying.
Ooh, Newton system. It's a spy. I'm surprised these guys that were trying to shoot are, God, snuffed out. I'm surprised they haven't tried pushing back to us.
They usually do. Not on this one though. We just
But they
got-
haven't even like tried to muster a couple hundred people and shoot our citadel or something, interesting.
Well, for this one that we're bashing right now, they're leaving us alone. But a couple hours ago, they chased us around in McAriel's.
Yeah, and you can't counter McAllister's scenario of our Jet Fleet doctrine, so yeah.
Nope,
Yeah.
we just bounced between and shot a bunch of different stuff until enough of our people who were asleep got their jacked up lapped, and then we left.
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but
usually
it's
what
always
happens.
defensive. They never take the fight to us.
They had a good fight
Well, they
yesterday when
can't.
They took out jump gate.
Yeah, well, basically we have supers, so we have. Here we go. What?
I
I'm
mean,
still
if you
wondering
want
why
to
we
take
haven't
the
done
fight
a
to all,
Baltic fleet to take out their mechs.
Yeah, it doesn't work.
No.
I mean, if we have like 200 people and they have 30, then maybe, but they will drop facts. And it still doesn't work. Especially when it's a structure when they can sit safely. It's not like we're encountering with in the middle of nowhere.
yeah. If you're equal numbers, you're not supposed to win that fight anyways, near the base.
Yeah, we're in low sex, so let's run away. We can't hold them there.
Yeah.
So we blow up their stuff.
should be more than 30 structures by now.
Make sure you're cycling your guns, guys.
Don't have gun.
Your bays?
FC?
Yes.
I'm almost out of range.
Sucks to be you.
Get better skills.
Have you switched on your
I
computer?
am out of range.
That's fine.
Even in Kaldari, Mew Mew.
Even in sharpshooter mode?
In sharpshooter,
Even in
68 kilometers
targeting
range.
So the missile range script, maybe.
No, I'm running the missile range script too.
Well, I've got a range of 103.
Oh, I'm running Furies.
That would be the reason.
I'll swap to Mjolnir. $89. I'm still not 103. How are you getting that distance?
Pull drones, guys. We're about to go.
Yep.
Yeah, checking yourselves, guys.
Boost down as well, man.
No, you can keep the boost up. It's fine. We have another things to do in that system, so boost can go up, shield boost. Thank you. Okay, take this fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
Okay, you can line to that now. Small stuff you can start burning purchase. Make sure you have purchase all around the grid. Take this fleet warp.
Warp drive active.
You can start shooting data now.
Has anybody come across a problem with Windows 10 that there are certain keys you can't use in the keyboard, even so you know your keyboard's working correctly?
Interesting bug.
Yeah,
Why in your keyboard?
no, I've changed the keyboard. It's exactly the same with two other keyboards. I can't use C and V.
Insert Alt F4 joke.
Maybe it's a sticky keys bug or something like that.
Yeah, that sounds right. If you hit Shift 5 times, I'm actually not joking this time, hit Shift 5 times and see what pops up.
C and V are also your control, copy paste.
Right,
So
which is why
maybe you've
sticky
got
keys could be, yeah.
Yeah, or that, or he's got a third-party application that's actually looking for those, like a third-party clipboard application or something like that. Having said that, it should work with a moderator. If you're trying to activate them with a moderator, like a shift or a control key, there's your probable cause. But if you're just trying to type and you're not touching Alt, Shift, or Control,
Meanwhile, he has sticky keys on and he's cutting and pasting everything.
yeah, exactly.
Right.
Although if it was sticky keys, C and V wouldn't be the only ones affected.
Well, I don't think he said it was exclusively those two, but they're the ones you noticed pretty quick.
Yeah, it's literally just those two, and I've plugged in 2 other keyboards.
Yeah, well, then it's definitely something with the system.
Yeah, you've got something intercepting those keys, likely a clipboard app. Make sure, check to see what apps are running in the background, shit like that. Start with the task manager and work your way back. It's likely a third-party clipboard app of some description.
Do you have a USB keyboard 5 trained?
Yeah, you can only use C and V as if you're Omega.
Now, I've ordered a Windows 10 restore disk because if I try to switch keyboards, a plug-and-play keyboard, it wouldn't let me plug it in. And I had major problems where at one stage I couldn't even type. I've managed to get into the computer and reload the software for for this keyboard, and now it actually runs in any USB port. Before it wouldn't, so that's one improvement.
That's a good question. Does it work on the? Does those keys work on the on-screen keyboard?
Yes, I believe so.
It could be the keyboard layout that you're using. You can change keyboard layouts in Windows 10, and well, pretty much anything. But if it's set up for US International, or if it's set up for Azerty or French or something like that, it might be interpreting those keys as something else.
Yeah, and
I have that problem.
The key to change your keyboard layout happens to be the same as to overheat your main guns.
There you go.
Ha! Also, just as a side point, you don't need media to restore Windows 10. It's got a function that just does that now. So you don't need to get a CD or a USB key or anything like that. If Windows 10 is installed, you can do the refresh without...
Yeah. Hold Shift and hit restart.
That's one way. It's also in the settings, but assuming your system's not already borked.
One additional thing you can try when you get a chance is to reboot your machine into safe mode. If the keys work then you know that it's something that's intercepting those keys.
Yeah, it does. It works in safe mode, and any other mode, it works perfectly fine.
I would just say at this point in time, just reset your PC, mate. Use the reset, keep my files, and that will fuck off any program that's running in the background. I don't know what it could be, but God, it's basically you can hit Shift and reset, and you'll be up and running in 40 minutes, or you could spend the next fucking week trying to diagnose the actual root of the problem. Yeah. I go by the ethos, time is money.
Yeah, but I've even gone into the admin command prompt and put in there DISM exec online cleanup image restore, and followed by also FCS scan, and that hasn't cleared it either.
Look what we have.
Gunner, maybe?
Yeah, so it's been when the computer first flashes up, and I don't touch anything, CMD works. After a couple of minutes, doesn't.
One other thing to try would be to bring your machine back to a previous restore point. See if it comes back.
Restore point, what's that?
Windows will save the state of the machine after different functions, like when you do a update, when you install certain packages.
I've seen that, but I've never used it. It's if something's like that important, I have it backed up alternately at least, and it's just you just do a reset because you don't know what the program is. You don't know when it was installed. It could have been installed 5 minutes after he built the computer. It's likely some third-party clipboard application that's grabbing those keystrokes for some reason or another. It's installed it as what is essentially not really a Trojan horse, but crapware.
Yeah, I agree.
Just, take a look in the system tray next to your clock and see if there's any little icons down there that are trying to be helpful.
Yeah, I mean, I've got my task manager, and the only thing I've got on is what I'm using at the moment, i.e. CCPX files, Discord, Launcher, Mumble, Pigeon, and Eraser.
Look in the startup tab of that task manager to find anything that looks like it might be weird.
Yeah, but for it to not be doing it in safe mode, you've pretty much eliminated it's definitely something that's running. But start up your normal workflow and close one program, check, close another program, check, close another program, check, and just do that endlessly for like 2 hours. Like I said, you'll probably tear your hair out. I'd just reset. But yeah, people pay me, so yeah.
I don't know about you, but I get paid by the hour, so yeah, that's why I troubleshoot.
Yeah, you feel kind of bad when you screw over a 72-year-old woman for 4 hours of work that you could fix in 40 minutes by doing something slightly different because she wants the problem resolved, or she wants the problem found, not resolved.
If that's what she wants, it's her wallet, right? Let her make the choice.
Precisely. Yeah, you let the customer make the choice, so it's like I say, yeah, this could take me 4 hours, it's $85 an hour, take it or leave it. Or I could press reset and I charge you $100 and it'll be up and running in an hour.
$85 an hour is cheap.
You price it towards what the people are likely to be able to afford. Companies, it's double that. Typically, for your typical average person, for an average person, a job is just $100. And so I fix it as quickly as possible so I can get on to the next job as quickly as possible.
Which is the reset button? You're saying press shift reset. Where's the reset button on the keyboard?
Press the shift key and then go to the start menu, and instead of clicking shutdown, you click restart computer, and you'll see it'll come up with a blue screen saying please wait, and it's in troubleshooting in the menu, that thing that appears on your screen. That's the Windows 10 basically troubleshooting program. Recovery mode, I think it's called.
I've tried that, it didn't work.
So you've even reset the computer to factory defaults and it still doesn't friggin' work.
Yeah.
Fuck.
I've got my brother-in-law, he runs his own computer firm. He's going to bring a reset, well, I've ordered one, but he's going to bring his own tonight and see if he can have a tweak.
Is that even a thing that, like, the motherboard could die? I mean, like, specific keys?
Very rare.
There's some emulation modes that you can set your BIOS to that could cause that problem.
Yeah, legacy mode maybe, but the C and V keys.
Listen, it's already weird,
Really?
so your explanation is going to be weird too.
Random mappings are random.
See,
I
it
still
gets me
think-
is it'll work as soon as I switch the computer on. C and V will work.
Yeah,
What I
then
might
it's
have
not
to
the
do
other
is
level.
see if it'll work. Check to see if it's like Eve. See if I flash a P and see if it works then. But yeah, it does. It works when I Eve actually for a couple of minutes.
Save your critical data and just reinstall Windows.
I still like the idea of the switching of keyboard layouts, the logical keyboard layout. So if you hit Windows space, which is next to Control space, another way to accidentally do that, then you'll see that it's going to change keyboard layouts.
Yeah.
If you hold Windows and hit the space key, you're going to see a pop-up showing which keyboards you're jumping between.
But even in a different keyboard map, the C and V keys will still work. They'll just see different characters.
If it's set to something that gets printed.
That's what I'm saying. So just, whatever keyboard layouts it's showing. If it's showing more than one, then you've already got, a hint that might be it.
Well, I'm hitting the Windows get sign and space and nothing's happening.
Okay, then you only have one keyboard set up.
Oh, I know. Okay, so what you do is you take the keycaps off your keyboard and you just put them in the places where it works.
That's also a good way to solve a Rubik's Cube.
That's where I got that.
The 3x3 Rubik's Cube is easy to learn. 4x4 slightly harder. I've given up on the 5.
I have a coworker who taught his kids how to do that stuff, and they've got the 16, on a face. It's just ridiculous.
Yeah, it's stupid at that. I understand the 3x3 fun. 4x4, okay. 5x5, fuck off.
Yeah, and then there's other shapes and stuff too, where it's not just a cube.
Triangle, gears.
I mean, it's you watch the videos of the competitions and stuff like that.
Right, where they solve it in like 3 seconds.
Well, there's the ones where they have a certain amount of time, and they're blindfolded, and they finish as many cubes as they can. And that, they're witches. We need to burn them. These aren't people.
I used to think that the Rubik's Cube was fun until I saw those competitions, and then I was like, shit, I got better things to do with my time.
Right. Well, because if I can't be any good at this, I might as well not play.
That good. I can't. Yeah, like you said, I'm not a witch. Fuck that.
Right. Oh, I see. That's how you're supposed to be playing it. Well, I mean, you could say the same thing that I shouldn't be riding my bike to work anymore. You watch a BMX taking it off the ramp and doing flips.
Yeah, but that's how I get to work, though.
Taking it off the ramp and doing flips?
Isn't that how y'all do it?
He's got a ladder to get to his roof. And then
That's some craziness right there.
That's right. X Games.
Some
all the way to
people
work.
walk to work and some people parkour to work.
Parkour.
Some people take the roof.
Some people take the roof.
Why is Snuffed Out even contesting low sec?
Elite PvP.
I haven't really seen them.
Be in low sec.
I haven't really seen them contest us very much. They're more just like trying to be bullies in low sec.
I haven't seen him contest, but I've seen him come to save one or two of their structures. They normally jump in with this, with Serbs, with a few factors.
Finally starting to see some deflects.
No, they've got better than that now. They come with carriers. So we had to basically leave even in a sack fleet. We couldn't take it. They were headshotting us.
Guys, keep comms clear for a second. Okay, you can start spurging again.
Yeah, they headshotted our FC friggin' straight away. I was just like, are you fucking kidding me?
When was this?
Last night. Same time last night.
Oh, it's...
Yeah, bastards headshotted our FC. It's like, oh, well, that fucking sucked.
Okay, you all can align to the gate. It's broadcasted for your inconvenience. You can align and you can set your desktop. It's in the chat.
You want boost down?
Boost down. Boost down. Yeah, go into propulsion mode. If you have been flag exempt from fleet swap, now it's a good time to take it again, and you can free burn to 570.